wet seasons in the year, but sometimes it starts raining at a wrong time, especially when the maize is when it's almost time for harvesting. So it really affects our maize and it actually gets rotten. That's why, yeah, we need some people who can investigate. Search and find solution for us, so that we don't actually make very many losses.
So how do people manage to transport these products after harvesting from your villages to, to maybe the dealers? I see there are no roads. How is the access?
Roads, but most of the time, the people who want to buy orange come to us. The people who want to buy orange come to us because they need what we have. Only that most of the time they cheat us. They actually offer us very low prices. And because of the problem I told you earlier, we are forced to sell at their price.
Okay.
At the price that they want.
Now, if I may just take a close look at your entire garden, it seems you're doing well in agriculture. And how are you managing to cope up with all this kind of garden? And do you do this all by yourself, or you have some laborers? I don't know. Tell me.
Yes, I employ some laborers. Though sometimes it becomes expensive because you have to pay them. And aside from paying them, you have to even provide them with food in the evening. And then some food they have to take home to show to their people that they have been working. And another thing, I have cattle. I use bulls.
Okay.
Bulls are effective, though sometimes slow and tiresome, but it is effective as compared to hand.
Digging by hand.
Yeah, using your hand.
I understand. Wow, this is kind of an interesting story. So what advice do you have for other farmers who are trying to cope up with the large-scale agriculture? I don't know what you have for them out there.
Yeah, one thing I can tell them is to try and learn something new from other large-scale farmers. And another thing, if you have agriculture, and crop agriculture and then animal agriculture, it's good to use the manure from the animals to put in the garden. And let us not only depend on one crop. Season to season we are cultivating one crop. It really damages the fertility of the soil. We can interchange. This season we have planted maybe maize. The next season we can plant beans. Another season, each time we have to just interchange on the crops we grow. Or they can also use crop rotation. You can divide your land.
Okay.
Then you have large pieces of land but you're harvesting very little. What you can do, you rotate your crops.
I understand. Wow. It's a very interesting story. Wow. So, if for the case of the government, what do you think, or what would you love the government to help you farmers with? Like, if you would be given a chance to, let's say, ask for anything from the government to subsidize, from subsidizing to any other source of income?
Yes, there are some new machines. I was watching some time when I was in Kampala that time. I watched a TV show and they were showing us some new type of technology that can be used. Some machine, you can use it as a whole, like instead of using the bulls, you can use that machine and the work is done very fast, the plowing is done very fast. Then that very machine can be used for harvesting, and that very machine can be used for say grinding the maize. But that machine is actually very costly, and even if we decide as farmers to share the cost, it becomes disturbing when I want to use that machine at the same time as my neighbor. So if the government can help us and subsidize on the prices of that machine, it would do us a very good job. And then government can also at least modify for us the roads. Yes, transportation is really a very difficult thing, in that by the time you transport your maize from Bukedea District here up to Kampala, the cost has hiked because you also want to benefit. And by the time you hike the prices, no one is willing to buy at that high price. So you're forced to sell at that price that the buyers are offering, because you actually cannot keep storing that for a long time.
Okay, thank you. Now, this has been Michael Opolot trying to cover up the agricultural sectors in Bukedea District, and according to my little interaction with the farmers here and the movements I've gone through, it seems Bukedea District is doing well in agriculture, and I think the government should really come up and support this, because it's part of our GDP, and
Look at the hairnet.
hopefully your voice will be heard by the government. And this is Michael Opolot reporting for Bukedea TV. Thank you.
What is BBC?